This my city, my whole town. Be quiet. No, cause he trying to play me. No. What's the
what y'all love about Philly? What y'all love about South Philly?
All of us. Come on, get the fuck in the video. Get the fuck in the video. West Philadelphia. You should be recording. I'm telling you, this is the real live shit.
Come on, let me see.
Murder gang shit. Look at that. Murder gang shit.
You ready?
Yes.
Real live shit. Murder gang shit. Real live shit. Hey.
What's up, everybody? What's your name? Anas. Anas, very nice. What's your name?
Your name ain't Anas, your name Brooke.
Leisha Bang.
So, there's a group of you. Hello. Welcome.
Before you start, let me promote my business. We got party buses, we got school buses, we got anything you need in Philly.
There you
You
go.
dig what I'm saying? This is my squad, these is my babies. I raised them from pups to, I mean, my cubs go so hard. My kiddos go so hard. 42nd Street, we in the map, we in the building. You know what I mean? But let me tell you something. We got so many businesses. We got so many. I'm taking over podcasts. Now, we got so much.
So what is your favorite part about Philadelphia?
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Okay.
But who y'all with right now?
So if somebody didn't know anything about West Philly, why do you love West Philly? What makes
Why wouldn't I love
This motherfucker West Philly, we the best motherfucker in the motherfucking city.
If you know where 09 at, come holler at me. Other than that, I ain't got no rap for y'all. I finally caught y'all, but y'all caught me. But best believe.
What else?
Come on, man. That's what we do. We come out here every time.
We leaving. I don't want to be here no more.
She had a bike. She nervous.
enjoy?
We outside, yeah. West Philly, best Philly. We outside.
Westside Black. Or nothing.
Black.
West Philly, Philly, and stepping up to
Come to 09 if you know me.
Let me get some cheddar.
Don't joke me though.
When I was on credit, yeah, I be with and I got my cheddar. I gotta get my blaze up.
Type shit, you feel me? Strawberry mention.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So-
I love that you're here.
Thank you.
Looking
Thank
for
you.
it, yeah.
Are you from Philadelphia?
If from Met, I've been here since about 1994.
Oh wow. So 29 years, 30
Yeah,
years.
Is that from? I don't know. I'm from Trenton, but
Okay.
I've been here for 29 years.
Well, you're close enough to know that how Philly changes over 3 decades,
it's been a good
right?
situation, yeah.
Yeah. Do you come here often, like South Street?
I own a business a couple blocks away.
Okay, what type of business is it?
Oh man, I don't even want to say.
Oh, is it that very niche
yeah,
of a thing?
very
You would-
niche.
Oh,
Very
okay.
niche, very particular.
Okay. What's it like owning a business this close to a tourist attraction? Like this is a major tourist attraction for
Yeah.
Philadelphia. What's it like? Is it annoying? Is it a positive thing for you? You know?
It's wild. There's an energy
Okay.
that I've always loved here.
Okay.
have,
Can you
yeah.
describe that energy for
I don't know,
us?
since I came here as a kid to buy Doc Martens, where you couldn't buy Doc Martens ever before, and I've lived here and always come around here, wandered,
Yeah.
and having a business near here, I really appreciate it. I appreciate that energy.
Now, how long have you been in business in this area?
6 months.
6 months. Is this your first business location?
I've worked kind of around here.
Okay.
What I do.
Okay, so out of all the locations, what you've done, is this a better location for you? Is there
Yeah.
another?
I
Okay.
love it. There's
Okay.
solid energy.
That's good. So where did you come from originally? Trenton originally, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Trenton.
born and raised in Trenton.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, never the one to move over to Philly from Jersey?
What's that?
never the want to move into Philadelphia from Jersey?
Yeah, I've been to Philly
Oh, okay.
since the 90s. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I've owned a house here since about 2007, and
okay.
I've lived here since about 1998.
So Philly's home to you.
Yeah.
So what do you think of Philly community? Like when somebody says like the community of Philadelphia, do you feel like there is a community in Philly?
I think it's wild. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's out there.
Yeah.
I think that's what keeps me here. You know.
Okay.
There's a dirt to it. There's
Okay.
a grit to it.
Yeah.
And,
The roughness.
and that's what keeps me. You know.
Okay.
You know, there's also like a positive energy that keeps wanting to create and produce and go forward. You know?
So the community I'm usually in is like the creative space,
Yeah.
like the artists, the
Yeah,
photographers,
sure.
the models, the videographers, and it's a very small knit community
Yeah.
compared to other places like New York or LA or Miami. Very large. Like you could go out into that community a bunch of times and not run into the same people. Where like Philadelphia, you run into the same familiar faces year
do.
after year, and it's
You
kind
do.
of comforting. You know what I mean?
As the years have gone on, like it's growing and growing and growing, and you don't actually know people as much as you used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's bigger than it was in the 90s for sure.
For sure.
But it's also, like you say, smaller knit.
I feel like people are more isolated now than the 90s with the phones. Everybody communicates through the phones.
Yeah.
It's not communication like this.
It's true. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to see changed about Philly, this area, South Street in particular? Like anything you could see improved or like maybe that's overseen?
Yeah, I really feel like there's an ownership over a lot of empty places like on South Street. South Street used to represent a very life-oriented, artistic underculture that is vastly being eradicated because there's a lot of empty storefronts. I think a lot of people from Long Island and New York and investment corporations own empty storefronts here. I think something has to happen. I think politicians in this city need to kind of like grapple with the ownership of South Street. South Street has like an intrinsic energy that needs to push forth, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, except that there's this incentive in real estate, like in the United States, where if you own properties that aren't getting rentals, investments, you can write them off. It's like a thing. And if you're watching this, I don't think you guys will be watching this, but
You never know. You never know.
But
Who
it's
watches?
it's a little messed up, and I would appreciate it if somehow the authorities in Philadelphia could somehow create some kind of legislation to rent the empty properties on South Street, this like life-generating area. Like, I think it would be awesome if these places could morph into properties that could get like artists and creative people and like spaces.
Do you think it's the cost of the storefront that keeps newer businesses
it's
out? They don't want to rent.
The people out there that own it don't want to rent because they're getting tax incentives because they own in a pseudo valuable area.
So I have
not rent, but they own properties in a pseudo valuable area.
Okay. Do you know anything about Netflix and Lionsgate and Apple TV coming to Mammoth, New Jersey?
No.
So I adequate a lot of our real estate development that's happening along the riverfront. Like you look at the Delaware riverfront.
Yeah.
A lot of that real estate is outpriced for the people that live in Philadelphia, right? Like $1 million condos on the river. Who can afford that in Philly? Not as many people, right? A few of the 76ers and the Philly Flyers, right? But in 2026, Netflix and Apple Studios are slated to have their own studios in Mammoth County, New Jersey, which is only 45 minutes from here. So they, my idea of what's kind of going on over the last 4 years is they are getting, for the real estate boom of all the actors and actresses coming over to New Jersey and moving from Hollywood over to here to buy houses and real estate. So like what you're saying is when that rings in my ear, I hear, okay, well, Gucci and Prada are now going to put their stores in for Rolls Royces and Bentleys to make this at Thoroughview, just like you see in New York, you know, on Fifth Avenue. And just like when you go down South Beach, Miami, you have, you know, there are certain streets that are just dedicated to the more wealthy people, you know what I mean?
That might happen.
Yeah, and that would be a shame to happen because it would take away exactly what you're saying, that liveliness of different cultures coming in. Like
that's why we love this place, you know?
Absolutely. And I talk to a lot of people just like you that sit down, and that's the number one thing they say is the culture. All different types of people come out here and just are alive. And like I've been coming down here since 2013, so I'm 29, and that's 10 years. It's drastically different now that the roads are closed off.
Maybe 2013.
It used to be like back then you had Dobbs, right? So like you could come down and like people watch, right?
Yeah.
It was a lot more, and there were more restaurants open and stuff, and it was just very crowded, you know what I mean? And up until the pandemic, then they had that shooting here 2 years ago, and that kind of changed the curve of like, I guess, public safety.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a little desolate for a night like this, you know?
Right.
Friday night. Right.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down with us. Dan. What was yours?
Anthony.
Anthony, very much.
Yeah.
And if the people wanted to find you on the gram or like shout out to your store, I don't know if you want to put your, you know.
It's Good Night Buddha.
Good Night Buddha. Well, check
Instagram.
out Good Night Buddha. Anthony at Good Night Buddha.
Glad you guys are out here.
Yes,
I can
absolutely.
tell you're trying to like suss things out, and that's important right now.
I think, the reason I go all around Philadelphia and do this, and the reason I'm doing this is I've recorded stuff for the news for the last 6 years of my life, and I value a lot of my stuff gets clipped with a narrative, right? It's never the full picture that's presented, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of my generation hasn't watched 6 ABC or Fox 29 in 5 years, so I want to give my generation the idea of what's actually going on out in the public, because all we have is Facebook and Instagram feed, and that's not reliable.
Yeah, it's like clips. We don't necessarily know what's happening. I do too. I follow that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on the older edge of that, but glad that you guys are doing this.
Thank you very much. I greatly.
How long have you been doing this?
This or videography?
I guess this.
A few months now.
Okay.
So I go all around Philadelphia and I talk to people about what they love about Philly, what they hate about it. I feel like my generation's news is a little different. We don't really tune into the news, right? Like people should, right? So I feel like this is kind of a new form of like kind of hearing what the people out in the world are really doing, right? Because the more we sit in our houses and kind of just doom scroll, the more we're isolated to like kind of our own perspective, right?
Yeah. Cool.
So you work on South Street, Will?
I work on 6th and Bainbridge.
Okay, so very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
I also live right down the street, 4th and South.
Okay, so what's it like working and living in this community?
It's been good and a little stressful. Like it gets loud down here.
Okay, is that the stress part of it?
Well, the stress part is maybe that, and also not being busy at work because I'm a bartender.
Oh, okay. And the bars haven't been busy?
Well, these bars have.
Okay.
But not my bar.
Oh, okay. And that's just right off South.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it that business has gone down, or like has it?
It's just really unpredictable.
Okay.
It's up and down. There'd be like one night we just get a bunch of families, which is fine. And some nights we just like the other night, last night I had no one at my bar.
And that's scary. I used to bartend at Tavern 222, so right down the street, and I mean, 7 years ago it was popping. There wasn't a single night where like it hit 11 o'clock and there was nobody in the bar, right? Yeah. So like it seems like, and we've been coming down here every week now for about 3 weeks, and it seems like very isolated how many people are out. It's not the droves of people it used to be. It's very, I don't even know if it seems like a lot of local people, like they live in this neighborhood and they're coming down because this is their local area. Where it used to be, everybody would come everywhere to come here. You know what I mean?
I miss those nights on South Street.
Why do you think that's changed to that way?
COVID.
COVID. Okay.
And young kids who are dumb and for some reason find guns.
I do see. I filmed when they did the shooting here 2 years ago, that mass shooting, and I filmed the aftermath of that. And it's just like everywhere in Philly, it seems like you can't have fun without it ending in violence.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so sad, and I feel like that's because there is no sense of community anymore. There's no sense of like everybody's out interacting with each other so much that it's not needed. You know what I mean? Things are solved in other ways. So, what do you do for fun in this area? What
being a bartender, and I've been in the industry for so long, I like going to the bars and seeing all of my other friends who also work in the industry.
Okay.
And have a drink and talk and bitch about work and
there you go.
Yeah. And then the main reason that I live in Philadelphia, well, I shouldn't say the main Philly. I love this city. I really do.
Okay.
But I'm lucky that my best friend, who I met 20 years ago, lives here as well.
Okay.
And so I go to his place a lot, and we cook, watch anime.
That's cool. That's cool.
He recently had a baby, so.
Oh, congrats to your buddy. That's cool. It's a special feeling in the heart to prosper and have children. I feel like I love Philly because there is so much going on, and you meet cool people like I've met you, Will, and that's the whole sense of it. I grew up in Bucks County, and there's kind of that sense, but it's all kind of neighborhood, and you're not really going out into Bucks County to have fun. You go and do one thing or another, but it's everywhere here in Philly is a very unique kind of place for everybody. So for you, in the bartending scene, you have after hour clubs that when you get done bartending, you can go at 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. and enjoy yourself because now you're done your work, you know what I mean? Where Bucks County doesn't have that, you know what I mean? What is one thing that you wish you could change about this area?
This area?
Yes, this area specifically. South Street.
Just get more businesses.
Okay.
Have, I don't want to say more bars, but there needs to be a nightlife here, and there's no live music. There used to be with I forget the place. It's
Dobbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's been closed for a few years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very sad.
Someone bought that space and it's gonna do something. Hopefully.
Okay.
So we'll see, but I remember even before I moved to Philly, coming onto South Street, and it droves of people, and there's no clubs anymore, and there's bars, but they're all small.
Yeah.
And Milk Boy's only open until 11 p.m.
That sucks. Do you think it has anything to do with the street being shut down? That so when I came down here in 2013 to 2020, you know what I mean? You would drive down and people watch, and you would park up and then walk whatever block you wanted to walk. You would park on that block. Do you now you kind of have to sit in traffic all the way from 8th Street to 5th Street for 3 blocks. It takes you.
Maybe the blocking just turns people away, but there's a reason they were there, but also it's not working because they want to stop people with their motorbikes or whatever,
right.
The 3-wheelers and all that.
Yes.
So that's it's doing nothing, and I appreciate the police, but
you don't see a change.
No.
So they're trying to make the solution, but it's just not working.
Yeah.
So maybe time for another way to change, and I think and this is why we come out here and we talk to people. I don't think there's enough politicians that are actually out here talking and listening, right? You got to kind of go to City Hall and talk to them and tell them what's going on. They don't come out and they don't see this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very visible to the eye, something needs to change.
Also, the South Street Association, whatever they're called, they're doing nothing. I tried to get a hold of them just to be hey, if you ever want to do an event at my bar or whatever, but it's it's crickets from them.
So it seems like when I talk to the locals about them, it's more their agenda, from what I understand, seems to be more of keeping the noise down on this street, and that's why they've kind of put up these barricades and locked off the roads to kind of keep down on the noise from 10 p.m. on, because I guess the neighbors that have lived above the bars or move in above the bars don't like it.
But I mean, you're living on South Street. What do you expect?
You know, that makes sense to you and me, but
with that being said, I do know Milk Boy, because sometimes they have like a DJ or a band sometimes.
Yeah.
Not often, but they've had the police come in, tell them like, hey, shut it down. At like
and that's
10
wrong.
10 p.m.
That's wrong. Like, you are infringing on that business's income, right? Like, how can you support any of this without the lively traffic of human beings being, happy? And, if you go down to Miami, South Beach, and like walk up and down South Beach at 4 a.m., it's still partying. There's still DJs going on and lights, and the bars are still trying to get people, It's different. Like, even they have like people selling cigars and cigarettes, walking like the old 70s up and down the street with the boxes, selling stuff like you would see candy, you know what I mean? And those are legitimate businesses. Those are the bars that are licensed to do that, and they have people walking up and down. So like stuff like that would bring more people, I feel like, out. It's like a whole culture thing. It almost becomes a block party kind of vibe, you know what I mean? As opposed to like
it was that vibe years ago.
Right.
Now it's this.
Yeah.
Surprise Fat Tuesday's still open.
I know. They're so expensive.
Are they really?
I mean, from what I remember, there's a cover charge, right, to get in, and then you have to pay like $10 for the slushie.
I'm too old to do cover charge, like to pay for a cover charge.
Yeah. I feel you there. Well, thank you very much, Will. I greatly appreciate you taking the time. And if you wanted to give a shout out to the bar that you work at and get people to come in.
I work at Red Chris Kitchen. We're known for our fried chicken. We have great drinks. We have other stuff. Come on down.
And where are you guys located?
625 Bainbridge.
Okay, so check them out. Say hi to Will, and thanks for stopping in and listening to us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Physical love letters, I'm a freak all day.
Can we
go
just
ahead.
scoot in?
I got you.
Thank you.
And
Dan, very nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
hello,
What was your name?
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Alexis,
Jasmine and Alexis. Very nice to meet you. Where are you guys from?
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia.
the Germantown area.
Germantown for yourself too?
No, Connecticut. New Haven,
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you coming to visit? Did you move?
No, I
to Philly?
moved here in 2016.
Okay, so do you know a drastic difference? Do you see one between
Absolutely,
Connecticut
yes.
and Philadelphia?
But I love Philadelphia. There's a lot of opportunity here compared to where I'm from.
Okay. And Alexis, what's your favorite part of Philadelphia?
The Uptown area.
The Uptown. So that's the second answer we
Uptown,
got
yes,
tonight.
sir.
What about Uptown do you like so much?
Just the neighborhood and how it's quiet where I'm at.
Okay. What's your what about you?
I just like the opportunity out here.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to do in Philly? Activity-wise.
I would say going to the zoo.
The zoo?
Yes.
Okay.
I love them ugly ass eaters.
What's your favorite animal?
The elephant, of course.
The elephant. Do they even have elephants at the Philly
not no
Zoo?
more, but they used to.
Okay.
But they stopped bringing them over from Africa, yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine that's something easy to do, bringing an elephant from
and they big
anywhere.
as shit.
Yeah, they are fucking big
Yeah,
as
it's big
tons.
as shit.
Yeah. What about you, Jasmine? What's your favorite thing to do in Philly?
Bar hop.
Bar hop. Well,
Yes.
you came to the right place, right?
I did,
South Street,
yes.
there
So,
you go.
motherfucking street ho, today is my motherfucking birthday.
Period. Happy birthday.
Hey, happy birthday. Is it
Thank
really
you.
your birthday?
No, for real, I'm dead serious. Yes, today really my
That's
birthday.
awesome. Happy birthday.
Yes, I bring in with my friends.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So this is your choice, the Friday night, South Street on your birthday.
Yep.
Was this your first stop?
Yeah.
Is this your only stop?
No.
No.
Where's your next stop?
The bed. The bed, for sure.
Okay,
The bed.
Okay. So, what is one thing you wish you could change about Philadelphia?
The killing.
Yeah.
Us killing each other.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. What about you, Jasmine?
I definitely agree. I think that she was right on point.
The killing has to motherfucking stop, okay? Okay.
Amen. Amen. How do you think we could get the killing to stop? Do you think? Can you think of anything?
I feel like I don't know if it's going to stop, but there's a lot of these young guys that got something to do with this. To me. Because I feel like a lot of the old heads are not stepping up like we were when we were kids, stepping in when kids are doing things that they have no business doing, like carrying around guns and doing all of the most, basically.
Yeah, amen.
Do not walk in our interview. Please and thank you.
It's a street. That's the whole point.
He can walk around the bus. Hello?
It's okay. It's okay. What about you, Jasmine?
You don't even
What's
know
one
me.
thing you would
Stop
want to
it.
see changed?
I would like to see the community come more together, you know.
Okay.
You know.
What do you think would bring the community together more?
I can't answer that. You know.
I feel like,
determine.
because I'm going to say it for. I feel like if they stop trying to bring motherfucking Trump up in this motherfucker, we'll be just fine.
Okay.
And we can all work together and, you know, have a good space. Because if they let Trump back up in this bitch, we all did, if you ask me.
Okay. What do you think about them closing off South Street?
I feel like no, because this is where everybody come and shop and do stuff. You don't really hear too much about nothing shooting and stuff going on South Street. So I feel like this is basically like a safe place for us, like to come and, you know, have a couple of little drinky drinks and, you know, be with other people, meet other people from other states. So yeah.
Amen. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you sitting down with me, Alexis and Jasmine. If the people wanted to find you, how could they find you? You want to give yourself a shout out?
Yes, my name is Your Favorite Chocolate Drop on Instagram. But hold up, I actually have a business page. Let me show y'all something. Give me a second. We having technical difficulties. I also sell candy tips at Candy Tips by Amina. So if you want any candy tips needs,
What is a
my
candy
line.
tip?
It actually gives flavor to the hookah. This is the candy. This is melted Jolly Ranchers.
Okay.
So I can't tell you my secret.
I don't want to know your secret.
Yeah, but
how does it work? Because this just looks. It looks like a lollipop you would almost suck on.
For
it
sure.
also looks like something you would put in a drink and drink.
Oh, now stop it.
I mean, I would have never guessed this goes in a hookah.
No, that
How
actually
does
go in a
this?
hookah. So you know how the hose is? You just put it down in the hose and then you smoke it like this. I wish I had my hookah with me because I would have showed
Like this goes in your
yes.
mouth.
Yeah, and you just a puffing and a puffing it away.
Oh, so you said hookah, and I thought that hot dish at the top, and you were putting this on a hot dish, and I was like, oh, this is sizzling.
No.
So how much is one of these?
$5.
$5. And if they wanted to buy one off you, how would they?
Hit me up on Instagram at Candy Tips by Mina.
Candy Tips by Mina. And Jasmine, if you wanted to give a shout out, how could they find you?
Don't find me.
Don't find you.
Yeah. No,
I'm Diana.
Okay. This is my baby, Diana.
I do lashes. I did the lashes on her eyes. You can find me at dxm.20, D-Lashes. Hit me up if you want your lashes done. They're only $65.
There you go. Well, thank you guys. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with us. It means a lot. Dan, very nice to meet you.
Khalif.
Khalif. Where are you from, Khalif?
So I'm from Delaware County.
Okay, so Delco.
Not too far, I'm saying, but I definitely know Philly a little bit.
Okay, so I'm originally from Bucks County, so I get you. Do you live in Philly now, or you're just coming to visit?
Yeah, just coming to visit. Everybody knows South Street.
Yeah, amen.
South Street, that's the place to be, man. If you want to be in Philly, South Street, right? South Street, and well, I'll just say South Street.
What makes South Street the place to be in Philly on a Friday night?
I mean, well, you just fucking seen it, like shit. was like
30
6
of
or
them.
7.
Yeah.
That's it right there. Plus you got the cheesesteak and all of that stuff. You got the bikes. I'm a bike guy, so I know if you like bikes, everybody likes bikes.
Okay, what do you ride?
I had a 636.
Okay,
a 07.
Ninja. Yeah,
That was my bike. I won't say what I was gonna say, but that was it right there. 636.
Nice and loud tonight. Now, do you stunt on the 636? You just ride? I know that's a big stunt bike, the 636.
I've never popped a wheelie, but
Never.
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 No, that's just scary, man. Like
it is a little scary. So I've broken 17 bones on bikes in my life. Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
I know.
What the fuck do you ride?
I ride everything. So right now I have KTM's, I have Hondas, and I have a BMW sitting in the garage all.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's an addiction, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing like riding and feeling free and just being out on the road. It's so like I get to film my adventures and kind of do things like I'm a drone pilot for a living, so like the number one thing I get to do is like go out on my bike, take my drone out and go and explore.
Yeah. So to get a nice little view of you from I see what you're saying.
So
shit, dude.
yeah, and I love the woods. The street is dangerous, right? You can't help other people on the street, you know what I mean? There's terrible drivers everywhere.
That's the most important thing I learned actually with riding a bike. It's not you, more or less, if you know what you're doing. It's the other people, the drivers. You gotta watch them. Please, if you drive a car, watch out for bikers, man.
Amen.
Like it's another type of vehicle. Just respect them. Your cousin probably rides them. Your aunt, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Your nephew, anybody. If you know somebody that rides a bike, or if you see him, just respect him.
How long have you been riding?
I want to say 2 years, 3 years.
Okay.
So I'm not too advanced, but I kind of taught myself.
Okay.
My stepdad rode, so I kind of learned from him and just went from there.
Yeah, there you go.
Want to be? I'll be honest, man.
Yeah,
I learned from YouTube videos.
No way.
No shit.
Okay.
I swear to God, I practiced in my I had a storage unit I had, but
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay.
One more question for me. Anything?
One thing you wish you could change about Philadelphia. If you could see something different in Philadelphia, what is one thing you wish that could be?
Shit. Man.
I know it's a tough one, but
Yeah,
without that
that's
question, we would never see change.
I guess I would say like diversity and respect of diversity.
Okay.
And everybody being different in their way that they are different, because that's what makes a culture come together anyway.
Amen.
It sounds like a fucking melting pot anyways.
Yes. Amen. Well, thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate you sitting down with us. If the
Yo, I
people wanted to
appreciate you,
find
man.
you, how you want to give yourself a shout out?
You can't find me. I'm unknown.
Stay. Very nice to meet you.
Nice
what
to
was
meet
your
you
name
too.
again?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Yeah,
Dan,
yeah.
nice to meet you.
Dan, nice to meet you.
Are you from Philly, Marcus?
Yes.
What part?
West Oak Lane.
West Oak Lane.
Uptown.
Okay, Uptown. Uptown Brown. There you go. What is your favorite part of Philly?
I would say my favorite part of Philly is that it's no matter where you go, it's like a community feeling.
Okay.
Whether it be, like I said, I'm from Uptown. It's always like that whenever I go back. West Philly, North Philly, South Philly. There's always going to be a community feeling. People are always looking out for each other, no matter the race, no matter the ethnicity. Yeah.
It's a Philly thing. Philly brotherly
it's
love,
a Philly
right?
thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
Most times, yeah, but that's what I love most.
So we do see a dramatic shift almost in the last 5 years of violence.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think that contributes to that? I everybody I talk to, including yourself, Marcus, everybody says it's a Philly culture. We all support each other. But then you watch the news.
Yeah.
They don't say anything like that, right? They say every day somebody's shooting at each other. So
I feel like
do you feel any of that? Like you're so upbeat about the community and being feeling a part of it's nice to go back to your neighborhood and everybody. Do you feel any violence anywhere when you go places?
Not necessarily, because I'm not really involved in that lifestyle.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like the crime issue is not really a thing that's unique to Philadelphia. Because I mean, I feel like most inner cities across America are going through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like this is all a result of what the pandemic had brought on us.
Yes.
People are poor.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And
Probably,
and it's not just Philly. I mean, I was watching the news today, and somebody had a mass stabbing in Germany. So they're not allowed to have guns, so they just stab people in masses over there.
Exactly.
Which is terrible to laugh about. That's a horrible situation.
Right.
But, like, no matter the tool of mass destruction, there's still going to be somebody out there that wants to harm people.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not a unique thing to Philly. What is your favorite thing to do in Philadelphia?
Going out to eat. Going out to eat. I mean, I feel like our cuisine is very unique, really special.
Okay.
I love going out to sporting events as well. I feel like, you know, not a lot of people or not a lot of cities can relate to our culture here when it comes to sports culture. So
yeah, we do have a crazy fan base for
of course.
the Phillies and the Eagles. You know what I mean? We're diehard Philly fans.
Of course.
You know? What is your favorite place to eat, Marcus?
Damn.
Oh, I know. It could be top 3. Could be top 3. I won't make it. They could give them some options.
Okay, I'm gonna have to say Pagano's on Ogons.
Okay.
It's a cheesesteak spot.
Okay, Pagano's.
That's
not Pat and Gino's. That's
of course not.
That's the tourist trap,
no.
right?
Yeah. Can I cuss?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck no. Yeah, Pagano's is definitely up there.
On Ogons.
I love breakfast. So these are really like uptown answers, but Breakfast Boutique, which is on Germantown Avenue.
Okay.
That's another one of my favorite spots. And the third, damn, I'm gonna give another cheesesteak answer. I'm probably gonna say Ishkabiba's right here.
Okay,
yeah.
Ishkabiba, our camera guy just had that, right? Yeah. So, and this is an important Philly question. I've asked this before.
Okay.
What's the most important part about the cheesesteak? You pick 2 cheesesteak places, so you love your cheesesteak, right? So what is the most important part to it?
The hoagie roll.
Yeah.
And the cheese that's used.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking hate Cheese Whiz with a passion.
Okay.
So whenever I go to other cities and I see how people make their Philly cheesesteaks or whatever and they have Cheese Whiz on it, I'm just like, nah, I can't eat that shit. So
How do you build yours?
Either American or provolone cheese, salt, pepper, and ketchup, mayos and fried onions. Yeah.
Okay, I forget who just came to Philly. One of the politicians came to Philly, and he went to Gino's, right? And he
J.D. Vance.
He wanted them to get Swiss cheese.
Don't do that. Whoever's watching this video, don't do that shit.
They get mad if you just can say with or without. If you don't say anything but that, they get a little irritated at you. So, you know, I guess J.D. I wonder if they got him some Swiss.
Oh my God.
One thing you wish that you could see changed in Philadelphia, like whether it be your neighborhood, South Street, or all of Philadelphia. What do you think?
It's funny because my friend and I were just talking about this. I wish we had more of a lively nightlife scene across the city. It doesn't just have to be South Street. You get what I'm saying? A certain part of downtown or whatever. I feel like, I wish it was like citywide. You get what I'm saying?
Like a different block party for every kind of neighborhood.
And I mean, I understand safety is a real big problem here, but if there was a way that we could fix that, that would be my number one thing.
I mean, if it was something constant, I think the neighborhood would want to see it protected. Like the neighborhood itself, outside the police, would protect the sanctity of that, right? They wouldn't let the youth, and it is usually the youth that damages the stuff. They wouldn't let them just go out and ruin that, right? Like, I live up in Northeast Philly, right?
Okay.
And so up there we have Cancasters, which is like I don't know, it's like a German like club or whatever, but they moved what used to be called the Pennypack Woods Festival, which were Wednesdays during the summer. They would have it in Pennypack Woods. There's an amphitheater, and they would have free concerts from cover bands every Wednesday.
That's really decent.
It is really decent. And they used to have it in the park. When the pandemic hit, they shut it down, right? And then they moved it to this private location, Cancaster, but it's still a free event. So, like, if you go up 95 and you get off Academy, right, Cancaster's right there at the exit, and it's a free event on Wednesdays. You can go there, and it's rock music all summer, every Wednesday. And it's protected, right? There is a lot of police presence there. And when it was in Pennypack, there was some police presence there, like a little bit less than what you see here tonight, like 1 or 2 cruisers. But it was a very chill vibe. You could take your family there. There was ring
There
team.
needs to be more of that.
Yeah.
What we used to have in West Oak Lane was the West Oak Lane Jazz Festival. I'm sure my friend remembers that. Yeah, it was like back in the early 2000s to about the early 2010s. You just don't have that anymore. I mean, flash mobs, they ruined that. But it's just, yeah, if there was a way that we could bring that back, I feel like that would be really essential. Because I really do feel like Philadelphia is a special city. We go through enough hard times, so, why not enjoy ourselves?
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. And it breeds culture
Exactly.
and connectivity in
Absolutely.
the community.
And identity.
Yeah, and that's a mentally healthy thing to do. You know what I mean? We need that.
Right, for sure.
Well, if they wanted to find you, you want to give yourself a shout out, Marcus?
Kwaku Drew is my IG handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, very nice. Thank
Nice
you
to
for
meet
sitting
you.
down with us. I appreciate it.
Of
Thank
course.
you. Thank you.
All right.
Stay cool.
Hello.
Hello. Dan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ariel.
Ariel.
Yes.
Okay, very nice to meet you. Ariel, where are you from?
I'm from West Philly.
West Philly in the house. There you go. So, what's your favorite aspect of Philadelphia?
To be honest, Philly people are different, period. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. We do stuff like it's bad sometimes, but a lot of different reactions and how we handle different things. It's like nobody else in the city in a different state is gonna do what we do, how we do it. So
I agree. We do handle things pretty unique.
we do, it's different.
Even down to our sports, the sport fans are like
And
rowdy.
we carry behind, we don't play. Don't come to our city thinking you about to do anything. We on it. So
Okay. What's your favorite thing to do? All of Philadelphia, the whole county.
eat.
Eat. Okay.
I just love food, but you talking about Philly.
Yeah.
It's not too many good restaurants, but I do like to eat, so I be trying to find little good happy hours, little this and that. But,
Okay. What's your favorite place to eat?
Where is my favorite place to eat? I don't have a favorite. It's just I could name so many
Okay, it's tough.
May down here. You got Bonchine. If you want to go out to eat. Del Frisco's got the best lamb chops, yo. I love Del Frisco's. Oh my God.
Del Frisco's.
They lamb chops is so good. Okay.
Del Frisco's is bomb. They are definitely the bomb.com. I like their that Wagyu meatballs.
You had the meatballs at Del Frisco's?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
different.
They're good.
Okay.
They're good. I mean, and they're I don't drink much, but I mean, their strawberry apple martinis.
That's
oh my
good.
God.
Is it strong?
Oh yeah.
Let me tell y'all, Del Frisco's lemon drop, they all drop no lemon. That thing is strong. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's strong. I be 1.5, 2, I'm done.
Well, I think they want you to order more appetizers and food, rack that bill up because it is
Of
not
course.
cheap in there.
You know how they get.
You
money
know.
hungry.
So, what is one thing that you think makes Philly stand out among everywhere else?
Y'all violence. The
Violence.
rate, the crime rate is high. Seriously, y'all gotta chill. I don't know what to tell y'all, but chill. Y'all gotta listen to your older people. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of y'all so used to it because y'all grew up in it and y'all don't know nothing else. Y'all don't know nothing different that y'all think y'all could stick to it. Why not stand out and do something different with your life? It could be simple as just riding around outside of Philly and seeing the houses, how big they are. You don't want that. Let me tell you, I want the biggest house. I want a baby mansion. I want a nice car. I want a nice little family. You gotta see. I feel like y'all gotta see it to really want it, and I feel like y'all don't go and look at it. Y'all stay where y'all are at. It's bigger. It's a bigger world than y'all think. So.
It is crazy. Even going to Valley Kinwood, right.
Yeah, that's
off
not the
76.
same either. Literally.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world, and it takes, like you said, adventuring, out of
There's so much more. Even if you just travel out of state, it don't gotta be out of country. You just travel out of state and see the difference. Y'all gonna want more for yourself. Y'all gonna see different stuff and be like, I want that for myself, or y'all should at least.
What is your number one dream in life?
To live comfortable and to be my own boss. I currently do here, but I'm in between starting my business and still working. But I don't plan on working with nobody, for nobody. I plan on running my own and just being a boss lady, and that's it.
Okay. Now, I hear a lot of people, and I myself am my own boss. What is the major hurdles you have to almost go through on a daily basis trying to reach your aspirations?
I mean, me personally, my biggest thing is like clientele. All good money isn't good. Like, all money isn't good money. And I learned that like really young. I don't want to just take money because I'm not money hungry. Like, if it's something bad behind it, y'all could keep it. It's not that serious, you know. I'm a hustler. I found out the way to make some money. So, definitely like clientele, and also the area. Like, I don't want to open a business in a bad area, and then I gotta worry about my business, something happening to my clients, stuff like that. So.
And you want to do hair, right?
Yeah. So I currently do hair. Yes.
Have you ever thought about being an HMUA? Hair, makeup, and artist?
No, I don't.
HMA.
Just hair. I don't do makeup, just hair.
So I do a lot of events, and we do weddings, and I run across people that are hair, makeup artists. Okay. And if you just do hair, I've sometimes ran across people that just do hair, but more on corporate events where like they have a bunch of people doing headshots, and it's almost like a cafeteria line. They have like a hair person, and then a makeup person, and then the photographer. So you go through a line, you get your hair done, and then your makeup done, and then you get your photo.
Everything's set up.
But then you don't need a storefront. You kind of just have your, vehicle that is your stuff, and you take it to your different events, and that's how you cut down on the overhead.
Right.
And you have a mobile operation. Has that ever, come across your mind?
I never thought about that because I don't know. It just never crossed my mind. That sounds like a good idea.
There are people that drop $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 on weddings in our country. In other countries, I think the guy who is a billionaire tycoon of a oil manufacturing company in Saudi Arabia just paid Justin Bieber $10 million to come perform a few songs, not the whole album, not
just
like
few songs.
Just a few songs at the rehearsal dinner. Not even the wedding. 10 mil for the rehearsal dinner.
Alone, and I know I'll probably be one of those people.
And like he was just one of the entertainers. Yeah. So like, right.
Oh wow.
Right. So you have to think there are people out there, like you said, you know what I mean, that are in these huge houses that pay to have somebody to just come do their hair. Like
a travel artist or something, right?
Yeah. So like think about it. You get married, you have 15 of your best friends around you.
I was about to say 50 kids.
No.
15 friends.
You'd be working for a while, 15 kids. But like 15 of your friends, and they all get ready with you at 10 a.m. for photos throughout the day. Generally, you have a few hair and makeup artists that are in that room and getting those women ready, and that's a few $1,000s that day for you.
No, just alone.
Yeah. So what is
Would you ask all your questions?
I know. I think I did ask all my questions. Well, I appreciate your time.
Nice meeting you.
If you wanted to give yourself a shout out, how could they find you and your business?
Follow my business page at ap.thestylist, and my Instagram _.ChinaDoll. And yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your time.
Right.
So, Dan, nice to meet you.
My name's Cass.
Cass?
Cass.
Wiz. Okay, Wiz and Cass. Very nice to meet you. Blizz and Cass. Okay. Cass and the Blizz. So, you said you're from Camden, right? Okay. So, did you grow up in Camden? Okay. So, I assume you grew up coming over here too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, what is your favorite thing to do in Philly? You leave, Jersey to come over to Philly. What is your favorite thing to do here?
My favorite thing, we ain't gonna say on this interview.
Okay.
My other favorite thing, though, I like shopping and shit. We actually near one of my favorite stores right now.
Status?
Yeah.
What is Status? I'm not familiar.
They got that shit in there.
Okay.
You know how they be on TikTok, like he got that shit on?
Yeah.
That's where you get that
like
shit
he
from.
looking dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
You one of them. Real rap.
Okay. Status. You're high status.
Type shit.
Okay. So, I have super glue literally on my jeans from probably like 10 years ago. I'm low status.
I ain't mad at you, bro. I'm low status tonight. I ain't doing too much.
But it's cool. So they don't have like store. So is it the fact of like you can kind of walk around and kind of shop that you come to Philly?
It's more good joints around too. A couple more good stores out this joint.
Okay.
You got Suplex. You got this joint. I out here called Platinum. I fuck with that a little bit.
Now, is there one reason that like you've kind of lived on the outskirts of Philly, but you've never wanted to make the move into Philly?
No, I had moved out here. I lived out here for a little minute, but I left this joint.
Okay. Is there a reason you left?
Mm-hmm.
What may that have been?
This shit was boring for real.
Boring?
Yeah.
Like, okay. So I like a little chaos. I'm not going to lie.
See, but I'm from my hood. So
okay.
Coming to this hood, you can't do too much. So being from my hood, I liked it because I was able to do whatever the fuck I want.
In Jersey?
Yeah.
I feel like Jersey is way more politically fucked. Like, I ride a motorcycle and they nail me for $50 because I hate wearing a helmet. So they're like, hey.
You
and then they threaten to take
that bitch. They better catch us.
It's a catch.
They gotta catch us. We from Camden, so you gotta catch us.
But then you guys can't, like, it's a hassle to get a gun, to carry a gun out there. You gotta, like, go to court and, like, for illegal.
We ain't gonna talk about that, but
so
they make their ways.
Okay. So, I mean, if you wanted to, like, do it stress-free, right, and have the paperwork.
Oh, yeah, you
like,
gotta go through. You gotta go through all extra shit.
And it's for everyone, like everybody. Any skin color.
I don't even
skin color.
Right.
I don't even think you gotta have your weed license and do that shit.
You can't.
And it's like that in PA too. You can't have your papers for the gun and have the weed license too,
bullshit,
because you're admitting to. It's still a class 1 narcotic the way it's scheduled. The weed.
Corny.
Yeah, it is. But like here in
Jersey,
Philly.
That's illegal though.
Yes. And
we got a little bit more leeway than y'all.
Yeah. And I hear a lot of the cops smoke now too.
Oh, yeah,
out
they get fired.
Jersey.
I know they get fired.
Yeah.
They
so
be taking my shit and don't say nothing.
And it's wild that 10 years ago they were taking.
Took an ounce and didn't give me no ticket. My shit going.
And they smoke it. Do you think they smoked it 10 years ago when they were doing that stuff?
Yep, I think so too.
Yeah. Now it's just more. Okay.
No, real rap. Niggas they would just take that shit and never go to the little locker and go get fried. They wouldn't even do no paperwork. They wouldn't even do no paperwork. They just take that shit and go home.
Amen. Well, I feel like. Have you ever left this country and gone like?
No, not yet.
Okay. So I talk about. So where have you been?
I've been to St. Vincent.
The islands, Virgin Islands. Okay. So like I talk about Mexico all the time. Like I wish I lived in Mexico in certain scenarios, right? Certain scenarios, thankfully you live in America, right?
Real shit.
But certain things like I ride motorcycles, and a lot of the time I deal with tickets, right? I get a lot of tickets, and the police kind of just name their price, right? And then you go to court, and then they kind of just add on random shit, like the last ticket.
You want to know something? If you don't see the cops in court, that case can get dismissed easily.
Right. Yes, I do know that. I've been driving for a long time, so I got a lengthy record. But in Mexico, you kind of just pay the ticket right there on the street. The cop puts that money right in his pocket, and you're bribing him. So you can hassle with him right then. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing in America. You step in that room with that cop right before the thing if he shows up, and you haggle with him, and you're like, can we drop it down to this, and it'll be this much money, or like no points, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. We hide it, you know what I mean?
R.I.P. Duel.
R.I.P. Duel.
Yeah, R.I.P. Duel.
So
R.I.P. right? Yeah, R.I.P. man.
So what would be one thing you wish you could see changed in Philadelphia? Is there like one thing you like more in Camden and like New Jersey compared to?
I wish y'all would, like, the housing would be more better. Like, most houses out here old as hell and they fucked up. So I'd be like, yo, and the landlords, most of them are slumlords because they just want to make their money real quick.
Yep.
So they don't give a fuck about our well-being. Me personally, I just feel like, fix that shit up the price a little bit if you got up the price a little bit, and rent them bitches out.
And
don't
then
waste niggas' times. Niggas renting for months and months and months and months. Then, you know, the house, everything start to take care of. What's that word? Start with a D.
dilapidate.
There it is. Say it again.
Deteriorate.
The house start doing that over time, and now you start noticing shit. Now it's either move out or keep living with that shit.
Okay.
So I'll be like, yo, fix that shit up.
Have you
Another
looked?
Another thing too though, it be y'all be drawing out this joint. Y'all little young niggas out here be wilding the fuck out.
Yes. They get packs of shit and they're wild. The bicycle kids.
Yeah, all the motherfuckers, all the little motherfuckers out here be wilding out here. I'm cool.
Well, I think it's I call them the iPad kids, right? A whole generation of like
all those kids that grew up on that type of shit.
Yep, isolated.
They fucking retarded. They be drawing out this joint.
And the parents didn't interact with them, right? They didn't really kind of hang out and kind of spend time with them, right? Like I grew up in almost a generation. All my friends really had kids, right? So like they were 20 with 2-year-olds, you know what I mean? And you see them hang out and they're scrolling on their phone while the kids crawling around in the dirt. Where like our parents didn't have a phone to scroll on, so they were like
and really play fucking football, really go tackle motherfuckers, throw rocks at each other and shit.
Right. It was
that's the thing I don't understand. When I was a kid and I was their age, I was throwing rocks at cabs and shit. I was doing bad shit like that.
Yeah, like these niggas is walking around with Gen 5, with switches and beams. I'm like, what the fuck? When my first one was to do, so what the fuck you got that? Do it, 38.
No, Trump, you gotta send them. That's what you gotta send the war. You gotta send the motherfuckers who want to shoot up everything.
If this ever go viral and I go viral, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm still voting for Trump though.
Why Trump? I feel like America's so divided. Like I don't ever talk politics.
Kamala, whatever. They pushing her too much on us. And I don't like that shit. So some bullshit's gonna happen. When they push them on us.
Well, that's their control monger, right?
Yeah,
they have control.
But they not pushing Trump on nobody though.
Right, because he's a wild card.
But a lot of people don't know this though. I remember when that nigga said back in the day, he said the only way he would win is if he faked and been a Republican. And you know what they say now? Democrats is the new Republican, and Republicans is the new Democrats. But they don't want to hear that shit though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I filmed with another YouTuber. We went to the Trump rally when he was here before he got shot at. Right? No, right before he got shot at.
Good.
Right? He went to Temple University, who's in Philly, and one of the YouTubers I know, he went out and he brought 2 shirts, a Trump shirt and a Biden shirt, and he went over to the Trump side of the rally wearing the Biden shirt to get their reaction, and then he went over to the Biden side wearing a Trump shirt to get their reaction, right?
Which one went worse?
Which one? I'll give you a guess.
I'm thinking
Which one?
Biden.
Yeah, they threw water bottles at him. They dosed him with water. The one guy tried like hitting him and like kissing him, and then the Trumpers just kind of laughed. They took videos.
Like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's really how it's supposed to be. Like, people don't understand. I'm like, all right, these past 4 years we've been broke as hell. The world been broke as hell. I'm all right. I'm surviving. I'm big racks, but a lot of people in the world fucked up. You feel me?
Yep.
And I'm like, now right before that, Trump had everybody opening businesses and you feel me? Like he did set the little wall up, tried to kick the Mexicans out, whatever. That's what he's supposed to fucking do. That's what he's supposed to fucking do.
Yep. Well, I feel like in America now it's so set that like half of us don't value other people and respect other people's opinions, right? And then another half of us understand like that's the whole part of being human is having your own perspective and opinion. Well, some people just get mad. Like I said, I try not to bring up politics because if you say you're a Trumper, people that are a hardcore Biden are like, well, fuck you, dude. I don't want to talk to you.
I be seeing that shit. I be like, man.
And it's like, how can you not respect somebody else's opinion?
I talked to an immigrant recently. He was my Uber driver. I don't think he was an immigrant. He probably had his green card by now. But you know what he told me? I said, who you voting for? He said Trump, just from the rip. I said, why? He said, we broke as hell right now. I said, damn, real shit. He said, gas expensive.
Double the price.
That's right, no tow truck could be right there, right?
Double the price.
That's where we parked at, right there. I see the big body truck.
No, that's a trash truck. They only tow from here on down, thankfully.
From right here and down?
Yes. They close 5th Street down after 10 p.m. So you can't park here on 10 p.m.
But now though,
So if you wanted to give a shout out to yourself and the people find you.
Follow me on the gram, Cash Curry _ Mr. Backings. I ain't gonna say nothing else because I ain't trying to get caught up in nothing else.
Dan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dan. How
Nice
are
to
you?
meet you. What is your name?
My name is Faison.
Faison.
Yes, sir.
Very nice to meet you. Are you from Philly, Faison?
Yes, sir. I'm a Philly native.
Okay. What part of Philly are you from?
I am from Mount Airy section.
Mount Airy. Okay.
Uptown.
Uptown. You're not the only one to say Uptown tonight. What is your favorite part of Philly? Like it can be a thing. It can be like when I say Philly, what's the first thing that like rings true to your mind? Essence, like the essence of Philly.
The essence of Philly.
Your favorite aspect of Philadelphia.
Me too. Man, that's a good question. It's the realness here, man. It's the fact that we can get on a plane and go anywhere, and we get the respect and the love, man. Everywhere I go, man, from LA to Florida to the Midwest, the love, we get love, man.
Well, Philly, they say if you make it in Philly, you can make it anywhere. Philly's the toughest place.
It is.
You know?
It's got some, yeah.
You know, but like I feel like when you go around Philly enough, you kind of run into the same people. You know what I mean? It's the same people that are active and out doing stuff. You know what I mean? What's your favorite area in Philly? Like hang out, like you're on
down
South
here,
Street?
man. I love downtown. I love South Street.
Okay.
It's an artistic community. It's an area that is going through some changes right now, but I think it's important for the locals to still come and show support, show love here. It's a lot of Jersey and Delaware people here showing up, coming across the bridge to party and have fun, but this is our area. I think we should still come through here and show love and support the local businesses.
Amen. Amen.
That's what I'm here to do.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to do in Philly? Support the local businesses? Or come down, party, you know? Do you have any hobbies, you know, activities you like to get into in Philly?
Man, as a native, it's just an experience for me. It's not anything I could put into words for you. Man, what's your question again?
So what's your favorite thing to do in Philly? Like, I love going around and filming and creating, or like I ride bikes, so like going and venturing in Philly on the motorcycles and seeing people. Yeah. So those are a few things I love to do, and like when I come down and I talk to people and like you hear different people's perspectives on life and like why they come down here and what Philly means to them. That's a unique experience, and I love doing
I've been everywhere, man. My city, I love my city for the realism, for the fact that people are really, they're rough here, man, but we got a tough exterior, man. We're like this for a reason. You know, no one likes us, and we don't care.
Amen.
And I love the camaraderie here, and even when we hate each other, we're all family.
What is one thing you wish you could see changed about Philly?
That's interesting, man. One thing to change about Philly, bro.
Like, is there something in your daily life that like you experience?
Parking authority.
The parking authority.
These guys are fucking Nazis, man. Like, Jesus, give us a freaking break, man.
So it's interesting. What is your take on this situation right here? So 10 o'clock p.m., everybody that's parked on this street gets not only ticketed, but towed.
You know what? It's a guy on Instagram. I don't know what his name is, but his whole shtick is he comes out and moves the parking barriers. It's just like some homeless guy. He moves the parking barriers, and everybody moves in the park. I like that guy, whoever you are. You need to show your face, because you are a hero in this town. You are a freaking hero.
So
I like that guy.
Do you think they should eliminate parking authority?
No, I mean you got to collect revenue some sort of way.
Okay.
I don't know, man. We live in a city where that was built around a time when people rode horse and buggy. They didn't anticipate the onslaught of combustion engine vehicles, man. They didn't anticipate how many people would need cars and to park on these streets. So I don't know how much you can do, man. The new buildings they're building, they have parking in them. So at least it's props to them for that. Jesus Christ, that can't be real. Freaking Bugs Life. I don't think you could do much for the parking. People they're buying cars. Cars are cheap. We're living in houses that were built in 1925. There's no parking.
And do you think it's better to shut off roads like this, to leave it for like a block party kind of vibe, or do you think it's necessary to have the parking?
It relieves congestion, but it relieves congestion. That's all I can say it does. Okay. It relieves congestion. People have to park on the side blocks. I don't see a problem with this. It's downtown. You gotta do what you gotta do to mitigate traffic, mitigate crowds, young people, things like that.
Right. Well, if the people wanted to find you, do you want to give yourself a shout out?
Praise Phase.
Okay.
Instagram, praise_phase Instagram. I don't know, man. I wish I could have been a better interviewee, but
this was great.
I'm off to Kill a Mockingbird, so
there you go.
Having a good one. Nice
Thank
to meet
you.
you.
I take your time.
Have a good one, man.
What's the name of your studio?
Tribe Studios, New Jersey.
Okay.
NJ, yeah.
Okay. How long have you been a photographer?
For 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
What's your favorite aspect of it?
Creating memories for people.
That's mine too.
It's just like I used to do newborn photography in the hospital, so like Bella Baby. Just the feeling of like mom seeing their firstborn baby. Then I got into family stuff, and then I got into like just creating since I was a kid. So I just love it a lot.
Yeah. How did you first pick up the camera? Like, what was that experience?
So my first experience, like to get started for the first year, was my little sister, my mom. We have like 3 acres of land in Jersey, and then she was like, "Come out!" Like my little sister's like, "Come out, do a shoot for me with her camera." So I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Whoa, this is really, really good," and I was like, "Okay." And then I never stopped after that, and it was like COVID, so like 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, 2021. Yeah.
So that's how it started.
And that's awesome. And that's full time for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's I know personally it is a hurdle, and a lot of people, it takes determination and dedication.
Yeah.
What now is your biggest hurdle, being a business owner and an entrepreneur?
I think it's just staying consistent, meaning like say if I do 2 collaborations for the month, I'm like, okay, I can get X amount of clients. So just staying up. It takes a lot of courage to just, even if you're at your lowest, to just keep going. Like consistency is key. Like that's what I always tell everybody that does photography. Like keep going. Even if you think the shoot looks ugly to yourself, you have to post the work. Like you're your biggest self-critic. So just keep going. It's consistency.
I feel like I don't know how your client base is, but I feel like navigating clients is the most difficult part about my job. Like every client has a different, not only value of art, how they want their media to be represented, but how they need to be dealt with.
Exactly.
Right? How you have to kind of guide them not only through the process, but give them their material as well.
It's very tedious and it's very a lot of energy exchange. I used to be very drained because I feel like I wasn't pricing myself well when it came to shoots. So now like I feel like I'm getting there step by step, and then like it takes a while, like any business that you build. So we're still like, it's the second year of the studio now. We're just now getting a flow of like clients and like people that need us for other events and everything like that. So it's going, and it's gonna keep going because we're all consistent. Like it's just not me. I don't have 2 other partners, but yeah, it's just a lot. So bringing in everybody.
How was the process of finding your other partners to go into a studio?
I actually got really lucky. So I got to like drive down a street that I was coming from, Rutgers, New Brunswick, picking my sister up from school. I'm always with my sisters, crazy. And I ended up calling. It just said marketing or something like that, and then it said like little studio. So then I ended up going to see the place, and it was 1 room, small room, just black backdrop. And I'm like, listen, we can make this into like a whole selfie studio with different walls. So if you see it now, if you go on the page, like it's at Tribe Studios Lashes NJ, you'll just see a whole bunch. We have flower walls, we have graffiti walls, like just
That's
everything,
so
so
dope.
people can create, even if it's just like regular stuff. And if you're not a photographer, you have something to just like make a reel, make a TikTok. Like it's just our day and age. So we like updated it, and I got to like work with them. They're like, listen, like we want to build this, we want to execute this, and I got to be a part of it. So
That's cool. That's
yeah,
cool.
so.
And it takes going out and venturing and doing that to make that happen. Are you from Philly?
No, I'm not. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that's why you got a little bit more motivation to you.
Yeah, I just wanted to travel to different cities and like get to know people. It's really your network. It's really your network. Get to see everybody, knowing different people. Hey, I do photography. You do too? Or like, oh, I model, and then this friend has a gig for this thing. It's like nonstop.
Yes, absolutely. I travel all up and down the East Coast, Miami every year. I try and go up to New York as much as possible. It's a big art community and creative community in New York City. And I value that everywhere you go, everybody kind of has their own tricks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's things that they do differently. What is one thing that you love about Philadelphia, like that brings you here?
Here, my friends, I have my friends Junior and Bryce. They're on the side.
Okay.
And Junior lives here. Bryce lives like 30 minutes away. So it's
Okay.
like when I have time to like, you know, come chill, this is where I come chill, because it's like not too far from home, right in the, like I can see somebody from where I live at, or like, you know, everybody's partying. The food, I love the food.
Very good food.
New York and Philly, I think you guys are beefing in my mind when it comes to food, but I have a good time. I'm above age, so I get to party. I get to like
Amen.
relax, go get some coffee. Meet, like they have, I think Unique Photo. We have Fairfield in New Jersey, which
Yes.
is their big warehouse. Out here, you guys have their secondary home, so or their first original. So I come out here a lot to develop film and everything. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good time.
You should check out. I've never developed any film at all, actually. But I didn't even know Unique did film development. But there's a camera store. Big shout out to New York Camera. They've helped me out an extremely amount. Probably half the stuff in this van is from there. But they are the leading area, like in Philadelphia, for like film development. They do like every type of film development.
So it's called New York Camera?
New York Camera.
Okay.
Convenient, right? New
Yeah.
York Camera. And they're up in Bucks County, but they are the longest standing like Stapleton around here, other than Unique. But they're half of their warehouse is dedicated to taking in film, whether it be movie film or still photography, and like printing. They do the stuff on glass, metal, everything.
Oh wow!
You know what
I
I mean?
definitely have to go check that out.
Yeah, and they have huge camera selection. Great guy that owns it, Frank. Real cool dude. I personally, I as a business person, right, I value small business, right? I've never met the owner of Unique Photo. Would love to meet him. But you kind of get more of a sense of community, right?
Yeah.
Like I deal with Frank. Today I called him and we spoke about mics, right? And mic cords and all that kind of stuff. So I was able to kind of ask questions where like generally when you go in a Unique Photo and it's nothing against them, but it's kind of like going into Best Buy. You have to know what you want to purchase, and you're going and you're talking to them and asking them how to purchase it.
Yeah.
You can't really ask them, well, what about this function, or like how does this work? Like when I first got my FX6, do you know cameras?
No, I don't know the movie cameras, but
Okay.
the Sony ones are really, really good. I wanted to get into videography, but that's like down the line. Not
Okay,
right now.
so I got a Sony FX6. Like this was my first Sony FX6, and I had never really had any time with it, so I purchased it. And I went around all the camera stores, Unique Photo included. They wanted to charge me $75 just to talk about the camera, which I'm happy I didn't pay, because I went and talked to the guy that was the supposed expert, and he was scratching his head too. I was like, I'm happy I didn't pay you $75 to be looking on Google right now, bro. Like, you know, it's tough. Like, I feel like there needs to be more of a community in every aspect of like where we can go and hang out with somebody else with an FX6 and just banter back and forth. Like, what have you learned? What have I learned? And kind of
Agreed.
use that.
I can't believe they tried to charge you for that. Was it a popular camera at the time, or like a
The
video?
FX6 is like the newest cinema line camera,
Oh, that's
like
why.
pro consumer, not
Yeah.
like cinema level, like not an RE where you're spending like $50K, but you're spending $10,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's new. It's as new as the A7S and the FX3. It's a very new camera. It's just people don't use it. Like they don't, not our level, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I purchased it because Netflix is coming, right? They're coming to Mammoth County, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
So, in order to fill 28 studios, right, they're gonna need people like us
To
that
come-
have to record, because they won't have 28 cameras.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And you don't need just one for each studio. You need quite a bit, you know?
Yeah.
So I wanted to prepare my team and myself in that level of cameras, because you need at least a FX3 or an FX6 to record for Netflix.
Oh wow.
But learning that, there was nowhere to learn it. There was no, so it would be nice. What is one thing you wish you could see changed about Philadelphia? You come here from a different place. What is one thing that worries you when you come here?
The car break-in. So I try to travel by train if possible, or like carpool, because I don't want my car broken into, unfortunately. And I need my car to like travel and do gigs and stuff. So that would be a huge inconvenience to me if that was happening.
It is terrible that like we literally, the people of the streets, treat our tourists by that's the thank you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, thanks for bringing your money here. We're gonna steal what you didn't want to give us.
Yeah, and even if you don't have anything in your car, it's still got like your windows are still done.
Smashed so
Yeah.
they can rummage through their stuff.
Yeah.
And anymore, like they've been stealing documentation to like
Yeah.
steal your
Like,
car.
Yeah, like it's crazy. It's really crazy. So I hope that gets better over time. But as right now, I'm walking the streets instead of driving.
And you don't experience that in New York City, the break-ins.
No, I feel like it's getting a little more gentrified.
Okay.
A lot more there. So it's like I'm also from there, so you know where to park. You know where to like park your car. You know where not to. You know you're a little
Right.
more street savvy there.
Right.
I'm getting to know Philadelphia, so I feel like I have friends here and stuff. But I just know don't go past the street because your car is gonna get broken into. So that's about it. But that's the one thing I wish we can definitely change about Philly.
And what is, and this is a life question for you, what is your number one dream in life?
Oh my God.
Aspiration.
Number one dream is to continue to be full-time but travel wherever I want to go. Like I want to travel. I want to be known in every city.
Okay.
Hey, you're Sky's Lens. Yes, I am. When it comes to making music videos or just like podcasts, I've been on a couple already, like just talking, getting my name. I just love meeting people. So I think going to a different city and like getting to know people and traveling. I have somewhere to go and I'm like, hey, can I stay with you? Or like, can you show me around? Can we go eat? You know everything about the city and like just capturing memories there. So definitely want to travel everywhere.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. And if you could give the people out there some life advice, some perspective from your side of the camera.
Yeah. Definitely take the criticism. Don't be your hardest critic. Drop the photo. Even if you don't think it's the best photo, in somebody else's eyes, your photo's gonna be, wow, this is amazing. That can get you a gig. That can get you anything. Stay consistent. Your consistency matters. Like, and it takes a lot because I'm just getting into like not caring what people think on like my feed, or just specifically making a feed where nobody follows you, and build like that. You can build fast as possible. So those are my 3 topics.
Well, thank you very much. If you wanted to give yourself a shout out, I know we talked about your studio. How could they find you and the studio?
My Instagram @name is @Sky'sLens, SKYLENS _ and Tribe Studios NJ. Instagram.
Well, thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
greatly appreciate you sitting down with us. Dan, nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, Nick, bro.
Nick, very
Your name
nice
what?
to meet you. Dan. Dan the man.
Dan.
The
What's that?
cameraman.
What's that rapper name?
I don't know. There's a lot of rappers.
What's that rapper name? Lil Dicky.
You think I look like Lil Dicky?
Lil
Oh, is that sincere, or am I funny looking?
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. So
no, you cool, bro.
Thank you.
You're just a regular guy.
Sometimes.
Yeah, he's a regular.
Sometimes I'm a camera guy.
He's a
Sometimes I'm a
regular
drone guy. Depends on the hat I'm wearing that day. Are you from Philly?
You wear hats?
Sometimes. Not really. With the long hair, it's tough, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got your own audience. It's okay. They're heckling you, but they're afraid to get on the camera.
Factual.
Right.
Factual.
So, are you from
Factual.
Philly, Nick?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
part?
Southwest.
Southwest. Okay.
Yeah,
What's
Southwest.
your favorite aspect of Philadelphia? Like favorite thing to do.
Shit, I don't know. I mean, Philly is Philly. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. You could do a lot in Philly. I don't know. But it depends. It depends if you're a tourist. I don't know. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
What about
general
you?
question.
Like, what is your favorite thing? Like,
Bro, I
being
work
Nick-
a lot, bro. Right now, like I work a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
I
do you
work
do
a
for
lot.
work?
I'm an IT guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I used to be in the digital world. I used to work for Motorola, the radio people. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I did 7 years of my life for them, and it was crazy. Some
hard.
cool experience, some not cool experiences.
Yeah, that's hard.
But I appreciate the IT. You know.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's up.
absolutely,
Yeah, that's what's
absolutely.
up, bro.
What is one thing you wish you could see changed about Philly?
I mean, we got a lot of violence, but it's like, it's Philly, bro. Like, I can't say like this is a whole city. Like, I can't, like, even if I want to change whatever I want to change, it's not gonna happen. It takes a lot. It takes the people, bro.
Yeah. Amen.
So I can't really say anything I want to change. I mean, I do got shit I want to change, but it's like mainly the violence. But it's like that's not gonna change overnight. That's not gonna change from just an individual. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So, you know.
So, what is your favorite thing to do on South Street? You're out here on a
Bruh.
Friday night.
Bro, I don't even come out of South Street no more.
No? How come?
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just, I go in the bars. Everybody go in the bars, socialize.
Mhm.
Stuff like that.
I feel like
everybody else, you know. Everybody come out here to socialize, go in the bars, or whatever you want to do.
Do you feel like there should be more like things available to do than just bar hopping?
I mean, I guess so. If the city, I guess business owners or city allow it, the city allow it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
why not? You know what I'm saying? It's a good strip. A lot of people come here. So
Yeah,
it's,
I mean, I don't drink, so like for me on a Friday night, how many options do you get? You know what I mean?
Right, right. I
You
won't
know?
even know. I just know the nightlife. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
And
So
I mean,
won't even know. So-
there is nightlife. There are the clubs, and like you could go dancing, but like it's kind of different. Not drinking, you know what I mean? Like somebody comes up to you, they're very intoxicated, and they're like
Most of the
trying to
time.
like, right, exactly, and then they're like either all over you and you're awkward, right?
Wait, how long you been? You experienced like South Street at night?
Oh yeah. So I've been coming down here since 2013, like 10 years. Like I experienced a
nice.
decade of South Street. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
I
what's up.
used to bartend at Tavern 222 down
Oh,
at Second
wait,
and
you
South.
from Philly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what's up, bro. No, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know
thank
that.
you.
That's
Well,
what's up.
yeah,
You
yeah.
was born in Philly or?
No, so I was born in Bucks County, Trevose, and then I moved to Philly. It's a lot better.
No, that's what's up, bro.
It's a lot more
That's what's
activity.
up. So you know, but you at least been down here.
Yes.
Whatever the case is. So you know the environment or whatever.
Yes, I record all over the city. I have for 6 years now. I've recorded stuff for the news, and I feel like a lot of my footage for the news gets clipped. Like they select certain parts of it, right, and they don't put out the whole thing. So
What you mean record for the news?
Like
I never seen you like yourself on the news.
Like, no, not myself on the news. Usually I'm where Al's sitting, right, behind the camera filming for
Cameraman.
the news. Yes, cameraman for the news. I'm an independent, so anymore they sell a lot of stuff. Like I, as a subcontractor, sell my stuff to the news when they don't have the money to get a producer and their own cameraman out. So like 10 years ago, Action News and Fox News had 10 camera trucks, right? Now they're down to 4. You know what I mean? For the whole city, that's not a lot. You know, there's a lot of shit going on.
And Philadelphia alone, you know, yeah.
Right. So
that's crazy.
I've recorded when 95 collapsed. You remember that?
Yeah.
So you probably saw my footage on the TV. I recorded
You recorded
that.
that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that's hard, bro.
So, and then you remember that train that crashed in like Fort Washington area, Montgomery County? That was about a year and a half ago.
I know what Fort Washington is. But
Yeah,
no,
you might have seen drone footage of my crash footage on that. Yeah. So like, there are only a few drone pilots all around the city. There's like 4 of us that work and get good footage for the news anyway, I would say, that they put on the news anyway. But the ground footage, when I go to like, you see when they have like something happens, when they have a shooting and they have the cops talking or like whatever, I go and I record that. And they really pick out parts, you know, like they...
I get it.
Yeah, so... And being in Al's kind of seat and seeing that whole kind of perspective, it's kind of like, oh, well, that's a very slim narrative to pick there. Like, why'd you pick just that aspect of it? You know what I mean? Like, if they put out the whole thing, it kind of paints a different picture. You know? So I wanna give our generation the ability to go to a trusted source and see, like, oh, you know, that's the real shit. You know what I mean? That's not only what's happening, but that's how Nick feels about it from Northwest Philly, or that's how, you know, Steve feels about it, who has a business in, you know, South Street, you know, or like the news, they're asking that, right? But they aren't really, I'm just gonna wait 1 second because of the...
Stop. Ew. That's crazy.
Where was I at? So the credibility, right? The availability to access to understand how the rest of the community is feeling about it, right? So when we talk and hear from the news, right, we can really...
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, my man! And then he just walks in a bar.
Yeah.
He just leaves his music playing and then walks in a bar. You can hear me still. Okay, but we're gonna get demonetized. I don't make any money on YouTube, but when they demonetize you because of the copyrights of the music, it won't push the video.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Because everybody needs their money. But I feel like we're done a disjustice by our news nowadays because they don't represent anything other than what they want to push, their narrative.
Mostly violence.
Huh?
Mostly violence.
Right. So I want to come out and I want to talk to people about how they feel so that the rest of the community knows exactly how you feel, Nick. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you sitting down with us and taking your time out of your Friday night to talk. If you wanted to be found, how could they find you?
I mean, I got a gram.
Yeah, give yourself a shout out.
It's Nicholas. I don't know if anybody going to spell that right, but it's NYKHOLS _B. Wait. Oh, no, it's bankroll. It's bankroll _NYK.
Okay.
I just make sure.
Yeah, I'll try and tag you in the
bankroll _NYK. That's my gram. That's my gram. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, thank you very much for sitting down. I greatly appreciate it. Dan, nice to meet you.
All right.
What's your name?
Anonymous, man.
Anonymous. Okay. I've never had Anonymous on here. That's a good name. Did your mom pick that or your dad?
It's a little both.
A little both? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you from Philly or is that Anonymous too?
I'm from the city, from the city.
Okay. So what's your favorite aspect of Philadelphia?
You gotta elaborate with me now when you say aspect.
Okay, so favorite, like when I say Philadelphia, what do you think of? Like, what warms your heart about Philadelphia?
What warms it?
Yeah, like your favorite thing. Philly thing. It's a Philly thing. They say that all the time. It's a
Like
Philly
when you can
thing.
step outside on your steps and see how it's all sunny.
Okay.
And watch the kids play around, and you like, damn, this is what Philly's all about. You look around, then you hear, and then you got.
You mean like gunshots? Are you saying
Yeah.
that? And that brings you happiness? At 6 a.m. you're opening the door.
Not
to
happiness.
Kids playing, gunshots
It's more
going
like
off.
it's more like oh shit.
That
late
sounds like
afternoon.
chaos.
No, and see, now when you bring it like that, it sounds chaotic, but
I'm kind of bringing it how you bring it. You said brat, 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 brat. That was the only difference, I think.
That's
What
because-
time of the day is the brat going on?
oh man, shit.
All day, right?
It could, but
Right.
not where I'm at. In Philly.
Okay.
No,
What part of Philly are you in?
I'm in the bad part. I was just lying on the camera, but since you made me bring it out, I would have to tell y'all. Yes, I'm from the uptown part of Philadelphia.
Okay.
So yeah, but I reside in Albany, so it's like it's crazy there, but it ain't that crazy.
Right. Do you think the violence needs to change, the brat, brat, brat?
Yeah, of course.
I'm doing that terribly. How did you do that? You just did it pretty.
Buddy.
How do you think that could change?
Shit, you gotta give these kids something better to look forward to other than playing sports. You gotta give them something to look, you know.
And it's funny you said you're like the fourth person tonight to say the keyword kids.
Yeah, because the people our age ain't really killing. They putting the batteries of the kids that's killing. A lot of niggas my age is suckers. Excuse my language for saying that. But a lot of men my age is suckers, so
yeah,
it's hard to.
It's tough.
Shit real.
What is your favorite place in Philly?
Huh?
Favorite place? Like all of Philadelphia, like it's a Friday night, you happen to be on South Street. Is it South Street?
No. I'm just here because I got all work tired, wanting to get a drink.
Okay.
But no, like it depends on what your mood is. You can find any solitude in Philly. And
What's your hobby? Like, what's your normal fun thing?
Like I go fishing and stuff like that.
Okay.
Hiking, camping with the guys, you know.
Yeah.
Kids, all that.
Without giving up your secret best fishing spot, where's your favorite spot to fish?
Oh, the depository up northeast.
Okay, like
Yeah.
Linden Ave.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Wait, where?
The fish hatchery?
Yeah.
Yeah, Linden Ave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you
Linden and Torresdale. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
very nice area. Very nice. They got the boat launch there. Pleasant Hill Park, that's called.
There you
Yep.
go.
Yep. So, very lovely area.
Yes, sir.
And always a good sense of community there. They always got the
Cool.
kids.
Can I ask for the marijuana real
Yeah.
I'm gonna light it back up. It's all right. Nothing
It's
to fear.
Philadelphia.
Nothing to fear, brother. We getting interviewed right now.
They rolled up here the other day, just right in front of them. They don't. Nobody minds.
Yeah, the cops don't care as long as we're not out here selling this shit.
Right.
They was horrible looking, but you know, teachers on. They ain't my cup of tea. They make Philly look bad. Them type of females. They be
What?
The ones that's like shaped funny, bad looking.
I feel like everybody has kind of their own shape, right? Everybody looks different, right?
Now, where can I look at this at?
This will be on YouTube, and Instagram. We clip out some of the stuff.
Cause you can't edit none of my stuff. Cause this is what's gonna make your views go up.
Amen.
Cause everybody that was on here probably didn't have this type of personality. I bet they was probably bland, all nervous, cause they see the light. No.
Well, we had some twerkers on here tonight. We had a group of
Anybody
like
could do
20
that.
Females
Females could do that.
Yeah.
Everybody could do that.
No, but you're very humble and you're very personable to talk to, and for sure, people definitely tune in to hear.
So I wasn't your best interview. That's what you
That's
told
not
me?
what I'm saying. That's definitely what I'm coming along. I can't value that. I don't
Cameraman,
know.
that's what he's saying, right, cameraman? Alright. What we doing?
So, if you could change one thing about Philadelphia, other than the violence, right? What would you like to change in your daily life?
Oh man. smoke to that.
It is tough. Trying to think.
That is a hard question.
About, you know.
You can hear me? Am I talk? All right. So now say the question again.
So if there was one thing you could change about Philadelphia, right, in your daily life, like something that you experience on the daily, what would it be?
If I could change?
Mm-hmm.
Well, really having to work. I would just be working for myself type shit.
Okay. What would
Even
work?
though I do that, but I'm talking about like, I wouldn't have to be on the truck as much. I would have other people out there doing it.
Okay.
Instead of me working.
Okay.
That's
What kind of work do you do?
Trucking, but I'm with a moving company.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Moving company.
Okay. What is your number one dream or aspiration in life for yourself?
For myself?
Yeah.
Well, you know, starting generational wealth, that's one thing.
Okay.
So my kids can have something to look forward to.
It's a very smart answer.
And then, you know, that's stuff that was passed down to me. So like, the knowledge, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And one thing you could tell anybody watching, if you could give any piece of advice to anybody, that would make your interview stand out, for sure.
All right. By how many people you bless, that's how you measure success.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, thank you very much, Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you don't want to give yourself a shout out, right? On the gram.
I'm gonna shout me out on the gram.
Yeah. Because I'll tag you if I pull a reel out of this. We'll try. I can't.
Chiz 215, CHIZE 215. And that's it.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your